Hey, welcome back to another episode. I'm Rob.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Andi.
And this is
Everybody in the Conference Room.
That's right. Hey, guys, welcome to episode 5. Tonight we're going to be breaking down the episode Basketball, which, once again, it's a banger. It's a classic. So many good ones right on the front end, right?
Lots of good basketball players in this one, too. Me not being
Thanks,
one of them.
Phyllis.
I know some of those guys that are just like over on the bench that you're not expecting. You got some of those dark horses.
Yep.
And they're just sinking them, draining.
Are you talking about Stanley?
Stanley's the secret weapon. Anyways,
Of course.
so like I said, welcome to the show, everybody. Make sure that you subscribe on iTunes, and that's a great place for you to leave us a rating. If you leave us a 5-star, we will read it live on the air. We'll get to that in just a second. Make sure that you tell a friend about the show because it's one of the best ways to get the show off the ground, and it's just a small, tangible thing that really helps us out. So tell a friend about the show, and make sure you check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/anofficepod, and for $3 a month, you get access to the after party at Poor Richard's.
Poor Richard's. Come and have a drink with us.
That's right. It's that good stuff. There's tons of cool bonus content, and you're going to want to be a part of that. So check that out. Patreon.com/anofficepod. Now, like I said, if you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, we will read it live on the air. And this one comes from a user with a excellent name. It is Kale_salad55. Beautiful.
That's the guy I want to be friends with.
Just that good kale.
He's healthy.
Superfoods.
Yeah.
Superfoods, that's right.
He's healthy and he's leaving those 5-star reviews. You know he's a good guy. The name of the review is Would I Rather Be Feared or Loved? And then the body of the review says, easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love this podcast. 2 thumbs up. So
I feel like there's a
Sweet.
Todd
Thanks,
Packer
Kale.
reference in there, too, about 2 thumbs and something in there at some point.
dude, that might be the front runner for the best review we've got.
That's a good one. I really like that one.
So Kale Salad 55. You're the man or the woman, depending on
Who it is.
It's
who you
Kale.
are.
Who knows
It's got to
these
be a
days?
woman.
It's got to be a woman. Okay, there you go.
A very dainty woman.
Nice. So before we get into episode 5, breaking it down, guys, a couple of interesting things that happened this week. Number 1, Adam Jones. Somebody is like serial pranking you.
Somebody just got my
And
number.
I love your theories on who it is and your reasons why.
I think it's just people that I think are listening to it that are lazy, that know me and know where my office is.
Yeah.
It's the
Wait,
same-
but your first guess was the Lamberts. What are you trying to say about us? Lazy Lambert?
Sorry, I didn't mean lazy. That's not right. I thought it was like somebody who has a lot of time.
He
to, like,
guessed
do
you
stuff.
and I first.
Well, because you guys
That's true.
work
Wrong.
like really close to me.
Okay, so let's break it down. So
makes sense.
as the podcast is getting ready to launch, on your desk, your world's best boss mug is in yellow Jello.
Which, yeah, I shouldn't have said lazy
delicious.
because that was actually done really, really, really well.
Indeed.
And we posted that on social media, right?
Yes, we
Office
did.
Pod? Okay.
And
Yes,
I
we
learned
did.
he didn't eat his way out of it.
That is
no, but I put Jello down the garbage disposal, which sounds really way cooler than you would think.
Bucket
Like
list.
slipping like a Slurpee or something in the
Oh,
sink.
that's so disgusting. But then, on your desk today, waiting for you, another office-themed prank. What was waiting for you this time?
So on my desk there was a Ziploc baggie.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote on the front of it "Diversity Day Training," and it was the entire gallon Ziploc bag was full of shredded paper.
Is the Diversity Day training manual.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, Diversity Day Training manual. So I shredded it, which it was on this morning even before I got into work. So it must have been there from before.
Dude, somebody's got your number.
I can't wait to see what they do next week if they're listening.
Dude, it's good
Do
stuff.
something else.
Whoever it is, keep it up.
They do a good
'cause
job.
Love ya.
Put a lot of work into it.
You got a photo of it, right, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
did.
we'll post it on the Instagram and people can check that out. But that's cool. So speaking of Andy, so one of the cool things about our job is that we get to work sometimes from home. Okay, so every once in a while we're taking phone calls, we're taking emails, stuff like that from home. So this week I had the pleasure of listening in on a phone call. Andy, for her job, she was planning this event and. She's talking.
I don't know where you're going with this.
She's
I'm like,
talking.
wait a minute.
She's talking with this person on the phone about this event and the details therein, and totally straight faced, sincerely needing the answer to this
What is
question. Are you guys down with charcuterie? Adam Jones, are you down with charcuterie?
You're probably I'm the one that you need to ask. No, I don't know what
Charcuterie,
I think it was your wife's idea.
like those wooden. It's like a wooden board, and then they put cheese and crackers.
Oh,
and fruit.
so a cheese board.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
like when
With
it's,
more than cheese.
when you want to get
fancy
bougie.
person's word.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
bougie, you call it charcuterie.
Okay,
Okay.
I got it so far.
Bougie.
So so this event, they're gonna go hardcore, Like, they're not going to have charcuterie board. They're going to have, like, charcuterie banquet table.
Yeah.
And so she legitimately is asking this question, and I cannot emphasize enough that it was a legit, straight face, like, I need the answer to this. I don't hear the other side of the conversation, but what I do hear her ask is, now, will they be arriving early to cut the cheese? And I just...
Some questions need an answer.
It was just a beautiful moment where the
Andi
third grader
realize
in
that
me...
I don't think I did.
This is her Kevin Malone
I remember
moment.
the
Kevin would've
moment,
loved
but I definitely...
The third grader in me
Do not
was
think
so
I recognize
pleased
it.
that question was asked.
That's
And
so
that-
funny that you remember it.
and
You
that
should have
the
said,
person-
I will come.
Well, no, the person on the other end obviously
I cut the
answered
cheese.
like something legit and satisfactory
Of course.
because she was
Not
like
funny.
She was like, "Oh, okay, great, yeah, that sounds good."
All straight
That's all I needed to hear.
business.
But yes, somebody is cutting the cheese.
Did they show up early? Did they cut
Did
the
they
cheese?
cut the cheese early?
I think it was Adam's wife. It was very well cut.
Oh.
Sliced.
She's a cheese cutter.
Like a cheese cutter.
If anybody knows how to cut the cheese, it's
Adam's
wife.
That's my wife. She's
That's what
very
we're
good at it. She's very good at it.
Excellent. Sweet. There you go. So, all right, you guys ready to jump in? Episode 5, basketball.
Let's
Yes,
do it.
let's dribble into this episode.
Oh, baby. So, without further ado,
That was pretty bad, huh?
Okay, well,
I thought it was fine.
It was on-
good.
on the
good.
spot.
It was
That's
okay.
a good segue.
On the spot.
That was
Shake
good.
it off. Shake it off.
Shake it up, Pam. All right, so episode 5. Dwight has a 10-point power sword. Stanley is a secret weapon, of course. We take a visit to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, and somebody's working on Saturday. This is Basketball, episode 5 of The Office. All right, here we go. Episode 5, Basketball. Like I said, so many good ones on the front end. So the episode opens up, and Michael's coming into the office. He is obviously super excited, and he's carrying a duffel bag.
He's got his
Dead
gym
body.
bag.
Wait.
Everything. Not like that. Not
That was
chopped
Roy,
up.
right?
Yeah. According to fan theories.
So Michael comes in, and he has his duffel bag with him, and he's just excited. Like, he's holding it up and showing people and making sure.
He's proud.
Jim's got his. Temp has got his.
In a trash bag or something?
Yeah, I think it was a garbage
Yeah,
bag.
he just like
So
threw
sad.
stuff into it. Yeah.
That's it. That's the life of a temp.
Yep.
Everything goes in a garbage bag.
Adam would know.
Dang it, Ryan.
I would know. I was a temp, so.
And dude, it's so sad because Dwight is like so excited, and he holds up his bag, and Michael is just like,
I think
What are
he
you
walked
doing?
away. He just walked into
he
his
was
office.
just not even having it. So we get this interview with Michael, and he's saying basically, hey, we're going to play the warehouse today. We're going to play basketball with them. This was his idea, and he noticed that they had set up a hoop down there, and the guys had been playing down there, so he challenged them to a friendly game. It's going to be friendly.
Yep.
And then we get a sweet new Pam nickname.
Third one.
Yeah, Michael comes up to the desk and he says, "Pam, thank you, ma'am." I mean, so we've got Pam, we've got Pamela Ding Dong,
That I
and
can
we've
even
got
say.
Pam, thank you, ma'am.
Perfect.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm still Pamela Ding Dong is like
Pamela and Ding Dong is funny.
It is the clearest.
most funny.
Wait, let me try it. Pamela. I can't even say it. Pamela.
That's just sad. I'm sorry that happened. You know?
It's okay. I'll
Tongue
practice
twister.
next week.
And so then Michael is meeting with Dwight, and Dwight just really wants to be on the team. Like, this guy's got hoop dreams, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael's just not about it. And we get a reference to a pickup game where Michael vouched for Dwight in front of Todd Packard. What do you think happened? Like, what do you do? What could Dwight possibly do in front of Todd Packard that makes Michael go, no, this is like...
That's what I wondered too, because I'm thinking there is nothing more awkward than Todd Packard. So what makes the situation even worse with Dwight trying to play? I don't know what could have happened, but that's got to be something pretty crazy.
It's got to be something ridiculous. So, so basically, we also find out that corporate is mandating that somebody's going to work Saturday. And of course, Michael doesn't want to deal with it because it's going to be it's going to be a suicide mission around the old orifice, as he likes to say. Mm-hmm. And so he gives that.
What I don't understand, what work would need to be done that could require a sales team or the warehouse, but the same work could get done?
Good question.
I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of is maybe like some sort of inventory.
Yeah, I wonder if it's some kind of like keeping track. It must be
paper?
something like that's pretty simple to do. Yeah, simple but boring.
Something
counting,
incredibly
taking
tedious.
inventory, counting things. I don't know, taking phone calls. What if there was somebody just like doing that?
Catching up on messages.
Something even Kevin could do.
Something even Kevin or the warehouse guys.
There you go. And so he gives that responsibility to Dwight. Dwight is going to be the one to decide and make the schedule on who is going to work on Saturday. So the next thing we get is Dwight sitting at his desk. He's got this huge whiteboard.
Way bigger than it needs to be.
Oh, of course.
But that's Dwight.
Yeah, of course. He's going to go big.
Because it's one Saturday we're talking about, right?
Yes. But he's got to plan it all out.
What if he has his big whiteboard and Kevin's big pencil? Oh. And that's what he uses to write with it.
And that grade is hour by hour. But it's going to be one name.
It's going to be so good. Why didn't they do that? And so Jim, Jim is just saying basically like he's never seen this like small amount of power. This is the smallest amount of power to go to somebody's head, basically.
It seems like Dwight's kind of like dangling it over Jim and saying like, what if this Saturday I'm going to put Jim on
it's
to
going to
work
be
this Saturday?
Yeah, there you go. And so then we get an interview with Pam where she's saying that she has Saturday plans.
They're going to take the wave runners out.
Yeah, they're going to go hit the lake with her fiance. Mm-hmm. And so then Michael basically is giving us a tour. He's taking us down to the warehouse, or as he likes to call it, I believe he calls it the whore house.
And he's earned the ability to,
he tells Ryan
to call it that.
He can't call it that because...
Yeah, how do you earn that? Was he whoring? What was he doing?
How
do you earn the right to call it a whore
house? I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe the tightness that he thinks he has with Daryl, but... as they get down to the floor, basically Michael is introducing Ryan to the warehouse guys, and we get a little
very proudly
a little tour of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. So check out this clip.
This is Ryan. He's temping upstairs.
What's up?
And it's the foreman, Mr. Rogers.
It's not my real name.
No, it's Daryl. Daryl is Mr. Rogers. Daryl Rogers.
Daryl Philbin, then Regis, then Reg, then Roger. And Mr. Rogers.
And that is Lonnie. And this is Roy. Roy dates Pam. You know, the best looking one upstairs. Yeah.
Oh,
still getting it regular, man?
Oh, no.
I mean, I can tell her it's part of the job.
It's just like,
I love that you
kind of
paused on
awkward.
Roy's face.
It is the worst. But how do you? Okay, I get it. Okay, if I'm sitting there, I've come up with nicknames for people. I totally get it. Okay, so Daryl Philbin.
Mm-hmm.
Regis.
Philbin.
Reg. How do you go from Reg to Roger?
That I don't know. That I get the first jump. I don't get the rest of it. So I get some of it, but then I think he just has to continue way farther than that, than what it needs to be.
Like, I'm not going to lie, dude. I think Mr. Rogers. That's
Mito
cool...
Rogers. I like how we were watching it with subtitles on. It's Mito Rogers. Mito Rogers.
Mito Rogers. I think it's a good nickname. I dig it. It's better than... that might even be better than Pamela and Ding Dong.
Pamela and Ding Dong still wins it.
Yeah, you're right. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. All right, and so then we get so we get Michael basically saying like, hey, he's dating that Roy is engaged to Pam, the best looking one upstairs, and then we get an interview with Jim, who is basically he's responding because you're hearing Pam talk to somebody on the phone about a warranty that's expiring or something like that, and basically she's upset because her toaster oven that she received for her engagement party 3 years ago has broken down.
Yep.
And we can just see that Jim, I think just a little twinkle in Jim's eye of...
He sees some hope there.
Yeah,
I've seen one too many long engagements, and they usually don't.
I mean, 3 years, there is hope there. If you've been engaged for 3 years...
And haven't set a date.
Yeah. Nobody's that excited about getting married.
If you're engaged long enough to break a toaster oven, something is wrong.
Something is wrong, yes. If the appliance is going bad already.
So then we have Michael still downstairs. He's talking trash to the warehouse about what time they're going to play the game. And Daryl's kind of saying like, hey, we have a truck coming in at a certain time. And when Daryl kind of objects a little bit, Michael starts making them chicken noises. He really starts pushing, I think, Daryl to the point where he's pushing to the limit.
Upset. Yes.
Man.
I would be super annoyed. I would try to do anything I could to try and get out of that.
Is it weird on Daryl that he totally succumbs to the chicken noises like multiple times in this episode? But that seems to be a hot button for him.
If you had enough interactions with an annoying boss like Michael Scott, I would just want so badly to beat him and win big.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it comes from. I think he's just saying, I'm so sick of this. I'm going to make him eat his words.
That's awesome. Okay, so then Michael's upstairs. He's talking with the troops, and he's basically telling them, like, hey, we're going to have this game. It's going to be awesome. And he, everybody's kind of grumbling, and he's saying, yeah, you would grumble and you'd follow me to the ends of the earth. And then he kind of makes a cool reference to a beloved character, I would say, that was a little bit of a grumbler as well. Let's check out this clip.
Ends of the earth, grumbling all the way. Like that dwarf from Lord of the Rings.
Gimli.
Nerd. That's why you're not on the team.
Just trying to be helpful.
I'll help.
Sure,
Elven Dragon Slayer. 10-point power sword.
That's him.
Okay, so let's put together a starting lineup, shall we? Stanley, of course.
I'm sorry?
What do you play, center?
Why, of course? What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I don't remember saying
Amnesia.
that.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Well,
Thanks,
you
Jim.
do a lot of things, man.
Jeez Louise.
Other starters, me, of course. I heard it that time.
Of course.
I like to play, if it's just for fun. I played basketball in school.
Yeah, who else? Jim. We have Ryan, the new guy, right? Untested, willing to prove himself right now. A lot of passion, a lot of heart.
But I'm getting paid to skip lunch, right?
The important
Yes.
question.
That's right. He's got his priorities down for sure.
This is business. The business of team building and morale boosting.
There you go.
Who else?
I can help out if you need me.
Oscar.
I will use your talents come baseball season, or if we box.
Or if we
I have a
box.
hoop in my driveway.
No.
I have a sports bra.
Oh, dear Lord.
Michael, look.
Oh, come on,
Then
Dwight.
Dwight tries to make a shot, and
Excellent.
misses it.
He was so close.
And this is
Go
what
for the sports bra.
Dwight's waiting for.
Me, Stan the Man, Jim, Ryan, and Dwight. Yes! Sorry, Phyllis.
That
Happy team
is
cap.
the team.
There's the team. That's right. And, okay, so here's my beef. Why is Michael got to make fun of Dungeons and Dragons? Dungeons and Dragons is cool,
You
man.
like Dungeons and Dragons. You try to get me to listen to a podcast about it.
Dude, I
do want to try it.
I'm totally down for some Dungeons
You didn't
and
listen to
Dragons.
it?
I haven't yet.
You just vetoed it.
No, I will listen to it. It's just I go through times where I've got a dry spell of podcasts, and then that's when I pull up stuff that I'm going to try that's new.
I guess I'll try what Rob recommends.
But I don't know. It's a totally different genre than what I'm used to listening to.
I'll tell you what, if
so.
you come and play some Dungeons and Dragons with me, I'll give you a 10th level power sword. Anyways.
Could it be just two people? You just play alone in a room? Or is there rules?
I mean,
4 or
okay,
5?
if we're breaking this down, yes, technically Adam Jones and I could sit alone in a room as two grown men and play Dungeons and Dragons
Sounds
together, and it
like
would be
fun.
legitimate.
Okay.
However, there would be questions. Okay, so next Saturday. Anyways, so yeah, we get our starting lineup. We get Stanley, of course, which Stanley's gonna be the secret weapon. Phyllis gets dissed. We get Jim. We get Ryan, who's
But the
getting paid.
sports bra.
You're right. That should have been the tipping point. Right there, right? Michael should have said.
You don't bring a
absolutely.
sports bra for nothing. That was a
When,
waste.
if you have a
waste of
sports bra,
bringing
you
it
mean
then.
business.
You don't bring a sports bra to a gunfight, and that's what they're about to do. And Dwight still wants to be on the team, but when he takes a shot with his pencil cup, he makes a brick. So bad news. All right, so then basically we get as we're kind of cutting around the office, we see Oscar taking some crumpling up some paper and shooting it and making it. We see Kevin getting the last tissue and then tossing the box and making it. And we get a little bit of a teaser of what's to come. Some of these dark horse players that should have gotten the game. But the next thing we get is Mike. Mike throwing some garbage at Pam, and he wants her to be the cheerleader. He wants her to do something youthful,
Yes.
maybe the halter top, like
Some
you said.
pigtails or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
she doesn't seem to be down with it. But Jim then volunteers, but Mike isn't so sure that that's a good idea. Let's listen to this.
I can't cheer against my fiance.
I'll do it. Wear a little flouncy skirt if you want.
Yeah, I bet you would. Just try not to be too gay on the court.
Oh my gosh!
And by gay, I mean, not in a homosexual way at all. I mean
okay.
like the bad at sports way.
Oh, okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Maybe Angela would cheerlead.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'll do it.
Oh, yeah, that's worse than you playing.
Why
worse
is
than you
Phyllis
play.
so eager in this episode?
Phyllis wants to be included.
It's the sports
that's all.
bra. I'm telling you. You come ready to play.
She says, I got to use this one way or another, playing or as a cheerleader.
She's
coming. I'm going to change into a sports bra today.
Come hell or high water. I'm wearing a sports bra today. Dang it. Okay. And so basically after that, Michael basically tells Phyllis, hey, like, no, we actually need you to be backup. We need you to set the bench in case somebody gets injured. And then he said, blessed are those who sit and wait. Do you guys remember that from the
Jesus
sermon?
reference.
Sermon on the Mount? Do you remember that part? Like, blessed are those who sit on the bench.
Somewhere in there.
Blessed
if
are-
Jesus was a
Was
basketball
that the part
player.
at the end?
I think blessed are those who bring their sports bra and sit
there
on the
you go.
bench.
Sit on the
There it
bench
is.
waiting
Yes,
for,
yes.
in case somebody gets hurt.
Verse 19.
Oh, there you go. Excellent. Okay. So then, once again, so Daryl walks in the office and Michael is talking trash. He's stirring the pot. And Daryl suggests, let's make it a little more interesting. And Daryl's initial idea is whoever loses is going to buy dinner.
Right.
Michael ups the bar. Whoever loses is going to work on Saturday.
Boo.
The worst.
The dinner would have been more fun because then they could all hang out.
Yes.
It's like a social.
Sure.
What? What am I
Like when you
missing?
think about the warehouse people and then the sales staff and you think about them hanging
That's
out and
a whole
having
other
dinner. That sounds like a
episode. That
great
would've been
non-awkward. Especially when somebody's
building.
obligated to pay for the other group. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They want to do that.
But then, so again, when Michael recommends that somebody's going to work Saturday, Daryl's like, no, that's not as fun. And then Michael makes the chicken noises.
Again.
Daryl bites. Daryl's in on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes for Daryl.
Yeah, peer pressure.
Chicken noises.
You don't even have to call him a chicken. You just have to play the sound of a chicken near him, and he's like, I'll do whatever you say.
I'm going to do it.
So then we cut down to the warehouse, and it's game time. Michael has changed into his gear. He's warming up. He's stretching.
Long
Doing
before
some
anybody else is
funky
down there.
dances.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Daryl.
His stretch dancing.
Daryl's still eating lunch.
Daryl's eating lunch in the back of a truck, and Michael is just so eager and ready. He's stretching and warming
He's got to
up.
make sure he doesn't pull something or injure himself, so he's got to be ready to go.
And we get some like sweet shots of Michael like getting some air and dunking, just taking that ball to the slam hole.
Yeah.
Probably on a 6-foot like basketball.
Yeah, and then we see who's it, Lonnie, who
Yeah, he
lifts the hoop to the
lifts
full
it up
height.
to the
What is
full
the
height.
full height? Like 12?
10, and
15, 20 feet.
somewhere up there.
Okay, 10 and 12 are not that far apart, okay?
And this is the one
Well,
who tries to always do Sports Center when she tries to sing the office.
You know what? Fun
Watches
fact.
enough of it.
I was on a basketball team before.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I
Oh
played
my
basketball.
gosh. Okay, she wore. That's true. Okay,
I
she
wore a sports
joined.
bra.
I wasn't gonna say that. Oh, geez.
I heard more
TMI, fool.
than what Phyllis could say.
Jeez Louise. So yeah, so she joined like was it women's only city league?
I love that it's Rob that's all thrown off by it, too. It was a city league, so real professional.
Back
It was
in California?
women's only though, right? There was
Yes,
some-
yes, women's only. Back
So-
in California, city
And
league.
Andy is about 4'11".
Hey, 5.5.
Yeah, she's like an inch away from being able to legally register as like a little person. I
Oh
think.
boy.
Those are important details right now. Thank you.
We could
I'm
have
just
had
saying it just makes the basketball thing funnier.
we could have had our own reality
I was
show.
fast. I
did
was
they-
fast. I was.
Okay, so
That's
what
about all I
trying,
had going for me, though.
so what I was
I
trying
can
to
get-
Sneaky.
what I was trying to get to is that so she's in this women's city league basketball. Like, cool on her for signing up and actually going out and doing it. I thought that was
Sure.
pretty cool.
was fun.
But she would wear like these pink shorty shorts when she was out on the court.
Hey, where are you going?
And so like you would just when you'd be sitting in the stands, you would just hear these ladies yelling, "Get Pinky, get Pinky!"
It's because I was fast. I couldn't shoot. I could barely dribble. But
she
I
was
could get
fast,
to the other
is
side
what
and
matters.
I could catch a ball. And then the rest of the team would come.
And then you say,
That's
okay,
all
I'm
you
waiting
needed.
here till somebody else helps.
Yeah, I'm like,
me."
okay.
And she could
Why
wear
did you join that league?
Friends. I think just
She was the secret
yeah,
weapon,
I think
bro.
there was a couple
The
of friends who were like,
secret
"Hey, you want to
weapon.
do this with me?" And I was like, "That sounds awesome."
I'll go play.
Yeah.
She could wear the heck out of those pink shorty
Hey,
shorts.
I loved it. I would do it again.
Were you
It was
guys
so
good?
cool. Yeah, I think so. We were good. We won a lot.
I don't
Who
remember.
remembers?
Yeah.
Did you guys win a trophy or anything?
I mean, we kept going on and on.
Means something.
That means something. Yeah. That's evidence. So,
You guys
kept going
missed a
on and on.
perfect. That's what she said. Set up.
Oh.
I didn't set it up intentionally, but I almost said that to myself, and I'm like, no, one of them will get it.
You could
Sorry.
left it out there.
Sorry.
No, I think we were goodish. Like, I don't think we won anything, but we also didn't lose all the time. How about that?
Sure, we'll take that.
Yeah,
That's fine. Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So anyways,
back to Phyllis.
so then we cut over to a interview of Jim, and he's looking forward to playing, and it kind of sounds like he's looking forward to impressing Pam.
Yeah, he says he's going to impress others in the office, which is Pam.
That's Pam speak.
Pam-a-lamma ding-dong.
That's right. And then he's sitting there, and as he's kind of putting his shoes on, him and Pam are having this little dialogue about how, like, he's not going to work Saturday. He'll be at the mall. Mm-hmm. She's like, no, you're going to be working Saturday because I'm going to be at the lake with the wave runners. And there's just that flirt going on.
They flirting hard.
Some of that good flirting again.
Oh, the Jim and Pam flirt.
He's going to show off. And so then it's game time. They're down in the warehouse. Everybody's getting ready. And we see Stanley coming down the stairs. And officially, Michael says, there he is. There is our secret weapon.
He's here.
Stanley the Manly. And then we, like, as the game is getting ready to get started, we just get this weird moment where Pam and Roy just make out in the warehouse. Did you see that?
Showing off.
It's just weird.
I'm telling you, Roy knows that there's something going on. So he's
just...
because I never feel like they're chummy. Like, I never see them hold hands or make out.
Except for when it counts.
Yeah, and then Jim's
when
around.
it counts. What does that even mean?
That's when it counts. When you got to make sure the guy knows.
Oh,
I'm going to beat you at basketball and I got the girl.
And I'm going to make out with my own fiance.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Eat it. There's tension there.
Roy.
There you go. So then, so Michael lets them basically know, hey, we're all on the same team, the Dunder Mifflin team. And we see, like, a good, nice, like, friendly handshake, like good sportsmanship between Jim and Roy.
Roy handshake.
Or is it a taste of what's to come? Like, we're gonna shake hands, but then we're gonna duel, like mortal enemies. Bitter.
Do you do that before dueling? You, like, shake and then back up?
Indeed. Yeah.
So yeah.
Basketball at 10 paces.
What do they do at WWE, Rob? Do they shake?
They don't. No, they just start immediately punching each other in the face.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's how
there's no sportsmanship there. I can't speak to that. And so so the game's getting ready to start. Dwight strips off his shirt. He wants to be skins.
Always.
Is that a moment
skins.
that you felt like, was that like a good moment for you to see Dwight with the shirt off?
It was closer to the Phyllis moment. Very
the
similar.
sports bra moment.
That's kind of how everybody reacts. Like, oh God, Dwight, put your shirt on. All right. So then, as they're getting ready to do the tip off, just good, nice. He just got done making out with his fiance.
Yeah.
Pam is going to be the one to throw the ball up, and as they get ready to do the tip off, Roy says, "Make sure you tip it in my direction, or you're sleeping in the car." Oh my
He's
God.
such a jerk
Out of
to
all
her.
the places too, why the car?
You hear things like that, and then you wonder, like,
Not the couch.
why?
The car.
Why has it taken 3 years for them to get married?
She's just settling. That's what she's doing. I'm telling you.
Well, she definitely
like-
didn't tip it in their direction.
That's right.
That or she
Michael
doesn't know
got
how
it.
to throw straight.
Because Michael tips the ball to Stanley, I think intentionally.
Yep. He's going to get to the secret
yeah.
weapon, the
We
star
get
player.
a first view of the secret weapon.
They're Michael Jordan.
Secret play.
And Stanley dribbling the ball might be one of my favorite visuals, probably in the whole series.
He like puts his hand back as he's dribbling.
Like he's surfing or something.
Yeah,
or
it's
like,
almost like that.
He's
yeah,
like kind of like this, right, guys? It looks like this.
like he's trying to like hold everybody back. Like, I'm gonna
it's
dribble.
like he's balancing, so he like puts his arm out to dribble in front of him, and then puts his other arm out to like give him balance as he's going with it.
Michael is not happy with this. He says, and I quote, "Are you got to be kidding me?" So the game starts, and the warehouse is sort of kicking butt. And then we see Jim just pulling some sweet moves on Roy.
Jim is the best one on that team.
He's definitely got the moves. And then Michael calls a foul. And then he gets an opportunity to take a free throw. And I would submit that the free throw that Michael takes is the world's longest free throw. Not only time, but in distance
Also
as
distance,
well. Because it
too.
goes flying out of the warehouse.
And I'm trying to remember if this is the one, because I think there's 2 fouls called on. Isn't this the one where he says foul naked aggression?
No, that's
Is that the next
No,
that's
one?
the one
that's
that's
the
later.
later one.
Yes,
Okay,
the
okay.
naked
Yeah.
aggression
I
one
want-
is
okay.
later. So then we see that Dwight's teamed up with the Eastern German girl. They're feuding.
What defines Eastern German as opposed to just German? Is this something that he learned Diversity Day that we didn't pick up on?
Did you check your manual on the desk?
No, it was shredded, so I can't read it.
What's let's see. What's Eastern? Let's just Google it. Here we go. Eastern German country. Wait, country doesn't make sense because Germany is one of those.
Eastern Germany.
I was going to say go straight to images, but none. Weird.
Oh, dude, Berlin.
Officially the German Democratic. Okay, this doesn't look like it's anything.
There you go.
It must have been a made-up
Nerd.
term.
Oh, here we go. What is Germany's most easterly major city? That didn't answer our question.
Perfect.
Dang it, Google. You lose.
Okay, so what we have determined very quickly is that Michael doesn't know. He just decided to put
We needed Google to figure that
Eastern
out.
Germany.
He looked at her and
Thanks,
said,
Google.
she looks German, kind of Eastern German. So there you go. Awesome. So they're feuding the whole time. And Michael talks about this idea that the reason that he loves basketball is because football is like rock and roll.
Pow, pow.
Of
That's
course.
what he says.
Yeah, like pow, pow, pow. But that basketball is like jazz. Like and
they overlay it with clips of him whipping the ball across the court. And the best part, I think what makes it great as a Michael like thing that he's doing is he keeps saying, "Oh, I don't get it. I usually make these." Like he's
What's wrong with me
today? Like, it's like nobody's making those shots ever because you're just throwing it. Not even shooting it.
So as soon as he gets done talking about that basketball's like jazz, then we also see him pulling off probably one of the greatest Harlem Globetrotters impressions ever.
It's the one knee dribble spin.
Oh,
move.
that's a classic Globetrotters move. When you think of the Globetrotters, you think of the one knee dribble.
Yep. Just like that.
And then Roy steals it and lays it up, no problem.
Showing off. That's what you get.
So at this point, Michael's getting frustrated. He's been missing tons of shots.
Stanley's not who he thought.
Yeah, Stanley, the secret weapon, is maybe not living up to what he thought it was going to be. So he calls a huddle. He wants to know what the heck is going on. And Jim says, "Hey, let me take Roy."
Oh, man.
Attaboy, Jim.
He's ready to. He's going to take on the big dog. And
get it?
he's got... Yes, get it. Indeed. Get it, Jim. Because he's got so many good moves. Oh.
Jim is legitimately good.
Jim is good.
Like, he's laying
Jim
it up.
didn't even volunteer, right? He was just thrown in there.
And shooting it.
Yeah.
He does like that weird twisty thing where he kind of knocks Roy down with his elbow without actually hitting him. Oh, so good.
Which none of us know if that was a foul or not, since we don't watch
not.
basketball.
Yeah, I don't really know if it is.
You don't watch
either.
basketball?
I'm
No.
the pro.
No,
I
I
was
don't
in
either.
basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Andy
don't know.
played professionally.
Yeah.
Was that you...
Was that a foul?
Let me check the... I have no idea.
Yeah.
She's too busy. She was too busy picking out her shorty shorts.
Yeah, shorty shorts.
So he's definitely showing off for Pam, making
Get
Roy.
Pinky.
He's making Roy look like a fool. But then Roy decides to elbow him in the face. This is where we get the foul. This is where we get
naked aggression. Where could we use that? I feel like I need to use that somewhere. That's naked aggression.
I feel like Toby could use that in one of his HR meetings.
Oh, this is classified as naked aggression.
Michael, I just feel like this is naked aggression.
Which most of the time, it is, yes. Well, I guess it depends on your I was gonna Google
aggression?
naked aggression, and I
What
thought,
is fully clothed
probably not
aggression?
a good idea.
Yeah, Googling naked aggression, I feel like would garner some horrible results.
But
Do not do
fully
that.
clothed aggression.
I could look
that
at
seems
Urban
appropriate.
Dictionary here, and I'm just curious.
Urban Dictionary, you're looking up naked aggression.
Yeah, I just want to see if they like have this reference in here.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
sorry,
Zero
can't
results.
find
Sorry
it.
guys, nothing.
Oh darn.
But
Wow, there's a lot of good.
digress.
There's a lot of good ones in here that come up as suggestions.
Excellent.
Anyway, so
and nap.
So we get a lot of awesome other highlights. Dwight steals the ball from Ryan on his own team.
on his own
Right.
team,
Shoots it, makes it.
Dwight does surprisingly good.
Was that a three? Did he drain a three? Did he steal it from
I
the
don't know if
10?
Dwight. I think at one point he might have done
Oh
a
my
three.
gosh, it's so good. Phyllis sinks a shot, and then Michael's
In
so
her
proud of her.
mommy's 80s workout pajamas.
Yeah, she's wearing the heck out of that sports bra.
There you go.
She
put it to
sinks
use.
one from downtown,
There's
and Michael starts humping the
Tiny
air.
little- oh, yeah.
In your face. But then, as the game is maybe sort of winding down, Michael gets fouled in the face.
But before he gets fouled, he asks the score.
He does. As he's running
Yes.
by Angela, he says, "Hey, Angela, who's winning?
Oh,
You guys
I
are."
missed that.
Yes.
Oh, skeezy.
Yeah.
Then he takes a foul to the face from rando rando warehouse guy.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
I know.
He's not in there much.
Okay, he probably got fired after
Poor
fouling
thing.
him.
I
Yeah.
feel so bad for him.
So he
did.
takes
I'm
it
gonna
to the.
call him warehouse sweetheart.
Oh man,
Oh.
he was
So
he was
sweet.
he was really sorry.
Yeah.
He was really sad.
I mean, he almost cried, I think.
Yeah. So Michael takes one to the face, and he's like, What's your problem, man?" And because of that, he has to call the game. And when they're trying to figure out, so like who wins, Lonnie's like, "Well, then who wins? Is it a tie?" And Michael says, "Well, let's just say whoever was in the lead,
Which he knew.
is going to be the winner."
Yep.
And then he finds out that you guys were in the lead. Oh, okay. Well,
How
I guess we
fun
win.
would it have been if we really saw who won? That does suck.
I am surprised to find that they were in the lead at that point.
It's Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
And some of Dwight.
Phyllis.
And Phyllis making one.
Not Stanley, unfortunately.
No secret weapon.
Dang it. So then he finds out.
provided the comedic relief, though.
That is true. That is true.
Was
He had the
needed.
sweetest moves on the court.
Yeah, of course.
So then we find out that they were in the lead. So Michael's like, "Well, we win. Looks like you're working on Saturday, suckers." And the warehouse guys are not
Those are three big guys.
okay with this.
And they just kind of surround him.
They surround Michael. So you have Daryl, Lonnie, and Roy, and they mean business. They're
Yeah.
surrounding Michael, and they're like, "No, that's not going to happen. We're not working on Saturday."
Yep.
And Michael just caves. Like, is this a moment? Is this the first moment out of the first 5 episodes? Is this the first moment where we kind of not maybe feel sorry for Michael, but we're kind of like, ooh, like, is this Michael getting his after being so cringy and being kind of a jerk?
He is kind of getting his.
Or is this kind of like, oh man, you feel bad for Michael that he kind of crumbled in front of these dudes?
But also,
Oh,
he should
no,
have
I
just
don't
called
feel
it a
bad at all.
tie.
But then how do you
Or
settle
you
that?
just keep playing.
Well, just go back
works?
to the calendar that Dwight was working on. Just go back to it. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
Yeah,
well, but
I
I
don't
mean,
feel
but
sorry for
I
him
wouldn't
at
have done that because I wouldn't have called it early. He was looking for a way
yeah,
out.
you should have
Yeah.
finished playing. Or if you're going to call it, then he should have just been like, all right, I'm working Saturday. You guys are fine. I'll be here.
Yeah,
I'll count the
whatever
skipper.
work they're doing on Saturday.
I guess for me, this is kind of the first time where I kind of feel a little bit sorry for Michael. I'm like, dude, like that sucks.
Softy.
Because he's
Yeah.
getting pressured into it.
Yeah, dude, he was like intimidated hardcore, man. He was being bullied in that moment.
No, he deserved it. He
was
called the
being-
game. He was trying to cheat.
Yeah.
That's true.
He knew he was in the lead.
Nobody deserves to be bullied like that. Dang it, Michael Scott.
So he caves in.
So he definitely caves in. He's like, "What? You guys believed me? Oh man, it was just a joke. Of course, we're gonna work on
Classic
Saturday."
Michael.
And then you just see so many, like Jim. Everybody's
Jim's
just so
frustrated.
disappointed
Yeah.
that happened. But then what I love is as everybody's clearing out, Jim, who was it? It was Jim and somebody else are just. I think is Ryan.
I think it's Ryan.
They're
Yeah.
feeding the ball to Kevin.
Kevin.
And Kevin is just draining
makes-
one after the other.
4 in a row.
Are those threes?
Well, he has a hoop in his
You
driveway,
could see him
right?
like
That's
going
right.
on the
He has
on
a
the
hoop in
line
his
of the
driveway.
three. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's pro.
He's got
He's like me.
He's got a hoop in his driveway, and he is
And he
draining.
practiced
And
with
what's-
his short pink shorts.
Yeah.
That's what's interesting is when the camera pans down just slightly under his sport coat, you see he is wearing pink shorty
shorts.
It was
shorts.
like a wink to
Yeah,
me.
exactly.
It's like I see you there, girl.
Oh my gosh,
Kevin butt wink.
that's awesome. Oh, that sounds so gross.
Yeah, he would have been.
I take it back.
good.
So then we get a quick shot of Ryan and Stanley taking like a shower in the sink in the bathroom.
I hate bathroom.
Oh, please
showers.
tell me that that's not what a men's locker room is actually like.
Well, that's not a men's locker room.
Okay, it's interesting. Let's just pump the brakes. Now that's the second time as we're watching the episode I heard you say this, and now I heard you say it again. You said I hate. What do you say? I hate taking
bathroom showers.
Okay.
This is probably just exclusively
where
for
do
a
you
sweaty
take your
person
showers
problem.
if not in your bathroom?
When do you find yourself needing to take bathroom showers, Adam Jones?
Believe it or not, there were situations where I was working at, not at one of my weird jobs I'm at now, but we'd have to set up a bunch of stuff to like weekly to do stuff. But then yet at the same time I have to do like presentations, like look nice. So after we were done, I'm sweating and I take like my t-shirt off and I go into the bathroom and like take paper towels and like pack them under my armpits and put deodorant on. And that's what I'm thinking of because there's no real like sweat
He's like
relief.
been there. I feel you
It's
guys.
the worst.
Yeah, it's just not.
And they had to go back to work after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they said that they were going to play the game at 1. They said they had a truck coming at 1:15. That leads me to
Why
believe.
would you have played at like 4:00 and then just
Exactly.
leave when you're done?
That leads me to believe that the game probably ended by maybe 1:20, 1:30 at the latest. That means that they still have what, 3.5 hours
Ew,
after that they're just
sitting
gonna
in
be,
it.
Oh,
I'd be doing that
Unless you took the bathroom shower.
too.
oh, so gross. So then
Phyllis, how did Phyllis do it? Yikes! I should have.
They didn't show in there, so
no.
is that something that any of us want to think about? Why'd you do that?
It was, yeah.
nope.
So then we get a shot of Roy walking in, and he's got a little bit of swagger. He's gloating a little bit.
Yes.
He grabs Pam, and they're heading out. And Pam,
I need to take a bath.
Pam's like, "Let's get you in a tub."
Yikes!
And you just see Jim's face change.
Okay, to be fair, all of our faces changed.
Thinking about Roy in the tub.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And he makes some comments like, "Well, let's get you in the tub." Like, it's like that flirting stuff.
Yeah, we just see the disappointment on Jim's face. And then kind of one of our final clips here, we see Michael basically coming out, and he's talking about having to work on Saturday, and people are not happy about it. And he decides to make what I would say is probably a classic good, like the heart of Michael Scott. We get a good moment from Michael. Here's what he decides after all this goes down.
You know what? Screw corporate. Nobody's coming in tomorrow. You have the day off. Like, coming in an extra day is going to prevent us from being downsized.
I mean, good point.
And the hope in everybody's
The thing
eyes.
about sports
Disappear.
is that it is all about character.
Here comes the wisdom, the life lesson.
And you can learn lessons about life even if you don't win. But we did because we were ahead.
Where was the Full House emotional background music?
Yeah, you're
during
waiting for like
one?
that good violin music to come in, and oh man. But
I love how he had the toilet paper in his nose, always over exaggerating his pain.
Oh yeah, no, he had both nostrils plugged.
yeah, plugged up. So there you go. That's episode 5. That's basketball.
Nice.
Still rumors of downsizing.
Mm-hmm.
And Roy's in a tub, and Jim is heartbroken. But
I mean, we got to see Stanley play basketball.
That's
That's
right.
always fun.
And Dwight take a shirt off.
that's right. And nobody's working Saturday.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's getting fired.
Like, that's going to count as
There you go.
downsizing.
there you go. So I threw it out to Instagram and asked people what was their favorite moment of this episode. And so a couple of responses we got here. A user by the name of bman1102 said, when Michael tells Stanley, of course, and Stanley's all like, what, of course?
I mean, that is a
I
great
don't
part
remember
of
that.
it.
Did I say that?
I mean, this is episode 5. We're 3 episodes past Diversity Day, and Michael still can't.
I know.
This is his character because it continues on and on and on and on.
Oh my gosh. And then another user, Bailey Carter 05 says their favorite part was football's more like rock and roll. It's all and basketball's like jazz. It's more like do. Oh my gosh. Which what do you think he means by basketball's more like jazz?
I think
Just a little more like.
I mean, like, football's kind of hard hitting and like
Okay.
stuff like that, and then basketball's a little bit more of like, like strategic moving. I
Fluid.
shouldn't talk. I don't like basketball. So
Well, how do you feel about jazz?
there's a quote from something. Jazz is dumb, and I can't remember what that's from.
Good quote.
I can't remember
Very
what it's
creative.
from.
Yeah, for
I love that one.
No, it's anyways, I should be quoting. I can't remember what show it is.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, I get what he's saying. It does kind of make sense.
A little more,
It's just
a little more
more like-
improv, fluid, like
No, it really is.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. I think he's got a point.
Okay.
I mean, we see Stanley dribbling a basketball. All I can think about is just jazz.
Jazz,
Looks like beautiful
playing.
music,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful
you're a
stuff.
music guy. What does jazz sound like?
Just jazz sounds like what Stanley looks like dribbling a basketball.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
there you go. So
Kick back
Beautiful.
and relax.
awesome. Well, hey, thank you for submitting your responses on Instagram. If you throw them out there, we're gonna read them. We're gonna read them live on the air. So we throw those out on Sunday afternoon. So check that out. Now, this is usually the time in the episode where we would talk about the prank that Jim pulled and award it some Shroot Bucks. No prank this episode, but let's just take a look at the leaderboard real quick. Okay, in third place, episode 3, Jim sabotages healthcare, 8 Shroot Bucks.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
a lot.
Episode 1, Dwight Stapler and Jello, second place, 16 Shroot Bucks. And in number 1, first place, 21. Remember, 30 is a perfect score. 21 Shroot Bucks. Dwight in a box.
Yes.
That was perfect.
That was a good
was
one.
good.
That
Dwight
was-
in a
I like
box
that.
down in the warehouse.
Do
Very
it
good.
again.
box.
It's my Dwight in a box. So good. All right. So now we come to the last bit of the show. We take a little stroll over to the Dunder Mifflin subreddit. So Adam Jones, you have just been killing it, my friend. Please take us on a journey.
I got two today.
Two ones.
I got 2 ones today. And yeah, I just love this community. And I forgot to mention last time when we posted something on this Dunder Mifflin subreddit, somebody gave us gold. I hope that they listened. So if you're listening to those who gave us gold, thank you.
Excellent. That's awesome.
So I forgot that last week. I want to make sure I got that. So what I want to show you first, this is less of a meme and more, because we have actually neither of mine today are technically memes, but this is important. This was posted today. On this day, 14 years ago, the very first episode of The Office aired for the first time. Today.
Wow.
Today, which is March 24th. So,
Welcome, Office.
So we launched on Michael Scott's birthday.
Years?
Yep,
Oh
and
my
we're
gosh.
recording
And then episode 5 recording on...
the time that it aired.
Friends, it does not
Same
feel like
day.
14 years.
No, not at all.
Holy crap. Yeah, you're right.
That is a long time.
So old.
Crazy.
By the way, all of these you can find in the show notes. So go to the show notes in your podcast app, and you can see what we're looking at right now.
That's
so
right.
it's a beautiful shot of Michael Scott in front of the Dunder Mifflin
Mid-sentence.
sign.
From episode 1.
Or singing jazz.
And it looks like user Mash will not fly.
Mash will not fly. Beautiful.
You don't have any coinage or gold or any silver or anything on this post, so we'll send you over some silver and a Dundie for that. And then also we've got this one here. I actually thought when I saw this today, I thought I might try and print this out and put it in like my office, or maybe we could put it in here.
Yeah. Oh, I love that
This
one.
is from the Caesar.
Look at these dainty hands.
How would you say that? Elad Shigar 97.
Elad Shagrir 97.
7.
Beautiful. Oh, and they're actually the original artist. Secret Weapon by Elad Shagrir.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And
good.
it says their Instagram is
handle.
at Elads13. So
We'll find
ELADS 13. An excellent illustration of Stanley the Secret Weapon. Oh my gosh.
Can we print that? Can I just ask him if I can get a full res version of that?
Oh, that's
we can
so
print it
rad.
out and put it on
Yeah,
our
for
wall.
sure.
Absolutely.
This is
Did
great.
we describe what it is?
Oh, sorry. It's an illustration of Stanley dribbling exactly how we were describing it, with dribbling with his right hand, his left hand almost like up over behind him. It's actually really, really well illustrated. My brother
His
sent me
booty
this.
out, of course.
And he
Knee
said,
bend,
I know that you're
booty
recording
out.
episode 5, the basketball episode, and said, I saw this come up on my feed. And so...
This needs to be made into a boomerang with like a music put to it.
Oh,
'Cause look at that booty.
He's sticking that booty out there.
Yeah, we really need to print this and put this on our wall in here. This
Yeah,
would be
I love
great.
it.
That is rad. So silver to user Elad Shagrir, or Elad. It's probably Elad Shagrir 97. But also go follow them on Instagram at ELADS13. It says an illustration by Elad
I feel like we should
Shagrir.
check that
Yeah,
first.
and we're gonna go ahead and give you some silver as well. You don't have no silver or gold on this. We're gonna we are your friends. We're gonna send you some
That's
silver.
so good. Yeah, if we can get a high res version of that, definitely let's print it out.
out.
We'll hang it in the studio. I love
Yeah.
that. This is so good.
Yep.
Oh, that's rad. Oh, look at their Instagram. They have one post and it's a dog.
You know what? It's of a puppy though. So I mean, to
So
be
that's all
fair,
that's on
it is-
there?
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
what is the
Since
secret
2012.
weapon on there?
No.
Wow.
Oh, man.
We're telling.
Well, hey, we're gonna- they've only got 8
puppy, but you know what? He's cute.
They've only got 8 followers, so we'll go follow them.
Sure, we can go
There you
follow them for
number
sure.
9. Number 9.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. So those 2 users, they are going to get silver and a Dundie. Make sure you check out the show notes so you can see those posts. It's good stuff. So we come to the end of the episode, folks. Thank you so much for listening. And make sure that, like I said, wherever you get your podcast, specifically iTunes, if you can, go and leave us a rating. If you leave us a 5-star, we'll read it live on the air. And subscribe there. We really appreciate it. It helps out the show. Make sure you tell a friend about the show. It really helps out. And check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/anofficepod. That is AN Office Pod.
Yes.
That proper grammar.
Proper grammar.
That's right. All right, so your homework for next week. Make sure you tell 6 friends.
Wow.
6 for
Extra
episode
credit.
6.
That's right. Episode 6.
I
So
picked
tell
up on that.
6 friends Specifically, hopefully one of them is a hot girl.
You gotta tell a hot girl, 6 and a hot girl.
Tell 6 friends and tell a hot girl about the show. And then go watch episode 6.
The hot girl.
The hot girl, which is the last episode of season 1.
6 episodes.
Yeah, next week we are finished with season 1.
Sweet.
And then season 2
Only
is
like
it just gets better from here.
Only like 206 episodes to go after this, guys. We got it.
Extra credit. Try out those Stanley moves on the court.
That's right.
Show off to somebody. Go to the YMCA or your gym and
Or
try 'em
put
out.
it on stories and tag us.
There you go.
I
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
love to see that.
awesome.
Take a video of you doing your best secret weapon and yes, tag us on
Preferably
your
in an
stories.
office or a warehouse.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
Oh, that'd be so good. All right, so
Actually,
make sure
I that's a challenge. I challenge you to go out on the court, do Stanley moves, tag us in it so we could see it.
the gauntlet. The gauntlet has been dropped. There you go.
Yeah,
we want to see
somebody
it.
needs to do it.
Want to see it. All right, make sure you check us out also on social media at An Office Pod on Twitter, on Instagram, all that good stuff. And until next week, I'm Rob.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Andi.
And this was
Everybody in the Conference Room.
Have a great week, everybody.